What's going on, guys? So I just tried doing a video outside, and there was just too many distractions and too much stuff going on. It was really hard for me to focus on what I was trying to talk about. So basically, today I want to discuss whether dropshipping in 2021 is worth getting into. Obviously, I've been doing this for 4 years, have had a YouTube channel for like 3 years talking about dropshipping. The past year has kind of been like iffy on like how much content I've actually put out, but I've still been dropshipping that whole time. Even during the period when I said that I was like done with dropshipping and quitting, I actually got back into dropshipping almost right away. So I've been doing this for 4 years now on eBay, Amazon, and Walmart most recently. Have not done Facebook Marketplace, but it's only because of the limitations of scale. It's not because I don't think it's a good platform. It's more so the fact that there was not software that was out when it blew up, that kind of created the auto ordering process and all that Walmart and Amazon and eBay had for me. So that's the reason that I never really dived into Facebook Marketplace. But I just wanted, I wanted to get started with that because I think that I've been in the market long enough and I've seen everything develop from 2017 to 2021, how things have changed. And the biggest thing that I've seen is just it gets more and more saturated. And the number one thing is that the platforms are just being more strict and more strict. The most recent video I did about Walmart dropshipping and kind of my recent experience with it, my main account, it did get suspended. And what's actually interesting is while it was suspended, I just got another email yesterday or the day before. The days are just blurring together at this point, but whenever it was either 2 days ago or yesterday, I got the email and basically they suspended my already suspended account. So my suspended account got suspended about a month ago, and I was in Vegas at the time, and I was doing a lot of volume and like had a lot of money in there. So I actually flew home from Vegas the day that I found out that my Walmart account was suspended. I got a message from one of my buddies who also does Walmart dropshipping. He's like, "Hey, Walmart, you might want to check your account. Walmart suspended all these people today." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. Like, I mean, my metrics are whatever, and like I've never been suspended. I don't think that I'm one of these people." I look on my account while I'm on my phone at the poker table, and I was playing a tournament, and lo and behold, I see that my account's in suspended status, and I was just thinking, okay, cool, like. Well, not cool, but I was just like, oh, okay, cool. Like a 7-day suspension, whatever. I'll be able to get my account back. And so then what ended up happening was I checked my email and it's a 30-day suspension. No appeal will be accepted before 30 days of the suspension. So 30 days passed. I put in my appeal and they never responded back. Instead, about a week later, I got an email saying, your account is suspended due to returns performance or something like that. And it's like, okay, well, that's not my fault. That's the customer's fault. But in the email, it was the same thing where you can't appeal for 30 days. So now I have a suspension that I was able to appeal, never heard back from Walmart. And then I had a suspension that is a new suspension that I can't appeal for 30 days. So now my money is stuck on Walmart for another month minimum. These are the challenges you're going to face in 2021 if you want to be a dropshipper. eBay is suspending people, but there's still a lot of people doing it on a small scale, which is fine. If you want supplemental income, dropshipping is on eBay is a great option. If you want supplemental income, not if you want to make a full-time living from this anymore. I can't stress that enough. You are not going to build a sustainable big business like we all thought you could in 2017 and 18, 19. Even in 2020, it was still good, but 2021, it seems like these platforms, what you have to do, you have to stay small, and you need to do things manually. You need to be on top of your store. You can't do anything in a bulk manner anymore that's going to drive a lot of attention to you. So that's the biggest thing. The biggest thing I'm seeing in 2021 is you either need to have a ton of small little stores. So you need to create all these LLCs and do it that way. And like, have one employee assigned to each store, making sure everything's just going perfect on that store. Or you need to just, stay small and accept the fact that you're just going to make a few $100s a month. I would say that, anybody can get on and make $500 to $1,000 a month doing very, not really putting too much risk out there. That's the biggest thing, is like the risk versus reward. Do you want to have $50,000 stuck in Walmart? Do you want to have $100,000 stuck in Amazon? Like, I mean, it's not worth it with the margin you're getting. I would say having $50,000 stuck in Walmart, back in December, cool. You can make $50,000 a month on Walmart, but, on like 150K in sales, but now you're not making those margins. So you're really just risking a ton to make very little back. One thing though, like with Walmart, that's different than, Amazon. Walmart is like wild, wild west right now with how people are handling suspensions. Like, these suspension companies don't even know how to really appeal some of this suspension stuff. With Amazon, it's, there's these suspension companies, they've already have insiders inside of Amazon that they're working with that can tell them like details of the case, how to expedite things, whatever. You're going to get your account back in 2 to 3 months max. Most of the time, it's going to be like a week. Walmart, we have no clue. I mean, my last payout was June 7th. Ever since then, my money is stuck in Walmart. So what's today? July 28th, June 7th. That's insane. And now I have another minimum of 30 days to wait. So risk versus reward. 2021, it's not that great, the risk versus reward, if you're trying to be a big seller. So that's the biggest thing, is I don't think there's any more opportunity to really come in quick and scale the way that, a lot of the not, and I wouldn't even call them pioneers, because I wasn't a pioneer. I just copied exactly what I was taught in 2017. And I just did it on a mass scale and learned a few things along the way. Same people that came in around the same time as me, Tide and Win, Paul J. Lipsky, Ecom Tom, Mark Augustine was already in the game, but I don't even think he drop ships anymore. Like those guys, Matt Gambrell, like those guys were all in the game when I came in, and they all scaled. And people who have my channel have heard of those people. They scaled very quickly. Like, if you hear our stories and, you talk to one of us, it's pretty much the same thing. Like, we came in, we took a course. Within 6 months, we were making so much money that, we didn't have to work anymore. Like, it's not the case anymore. Like, it's just not going to happen that way. And it's due to saturation. It's due to policy changes at these places. And yeah, it's just margins are bad, race to the bottom. So my advice is, if you want to do this, do it on a small scale, really pay attention to your store, really, stay focused on maybe like a certain group of items, whether it's like, higher priced items or like non-Amazon items, small suppliers, stuff like that. And, stay under the radar. That's the biggest thing. Again, I haven't tried Facebook Marketplace dropshipping yet, but it's not because I don't think it's profitable. It's because it wasn't profitable on the scale that I wanted it to be profitable on, for when comparing to like my other businesses that I've run in dropshipping. There's no API connection or anything like that you were able to do auto ordering, and there's no way for VAs to log in without using your Facebook, things like that. But I think, like, personally, if you want to make, just like that supplemental income every month, like $500, $1,000, Facebook Marketplace, another good spot for you to drop ship on. I've heard of people getting suspended on there for like terms of service type stuff. But outside of that, it's very few people, and they're not going to hold your money. Talked to the software developer of a Chrome extension, and he was saying, yeah, like on a couple hundred items, easily make $500 to $1,000 a month. If you have the right items. So something like that, it's going to be really good for a lot of people. I want people to be successful, and that's like kind of the reason that I started my YouTube channel, was to get it out there, like how to do this correctly. Because I saw so many people, trying to charge an arm and a leg for courses and whatever. I didn't like that. So I figured I'd give the information out for free. I know I haven't been the best at that recently, but I'm telling you guys now, like, I want you to be successful. I want you to do this, but I don't want you to put the risk in that I'm putting in and that I put in the past 4 years doing this because it's not worth it anymore. It hurts to have as much money as I do tied into Walmart, like with the uncertainty of like, okay, when's it going to come back? When am I going to get that money? Like for a lot of people that could be the difference between being able to pay bills and not being able to pay bills. And you put yourself in that spot and it's like you went all in and you lost. So don't go all in anymore. With your money, I mean, with your effort, for sure go all in with your effort, but do not go all in with your money right now in drop shipping specifically, because you just don't know how these platforms are going to turn on you at any point. Like nobody saw Walmart suspending tens of thousands of sellers, in a month period, between this last round of suspensions and the round of suspensions before. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say about the drop shipping. Long-term sustainability businesses, it's the same thing that people have been talking about for 4 or 5 years now. Get out of drop shipping and do something like with wholesale and with private label. I've been back and forth multiple times with private label products. I had a couple private label products. It comes back to me being like, I just want to scale and I want to make as much money as quickly as possible. And that's been my downfall. My downfall has been me trying to make as much money as possible in everything that I do. If I had just had a vision of like, okay, that's cool. Like I have my business set up. Now it's time to scale something slowly and build it up to where, it's sustainable. I think a lot of us are guilty of that. Actually, it's the whole get rich quick mindset that social media kind of throws at us. And now I've had kind of this awakening, and it's been humbling. It's been humbling to say the least. Like to go from being, one of the biggest drop shippers to being a nobody drop shipper. Like literally, I don't drop. I deleted all of my items on Walmart this morning. Like I said, I was going to do in my last video. Decided that it was over. It was time to move on. And the only reason too that I feel good about all this is because of the fact that I feel like my back is against the wall for the first time in a long time, of like me having to be successful at my next venture and me having to put all my effort into my next venture. So I know I talked about it a lot, but I really do have the wholesale stuff going into Amazon currently. I use a site called Ecom Solutions. It's not for everybody because it's $400 a month to get started. But what they do is they connect you with a lot of suppliers. And I don't recommend like, I can't recommend yes or no regardless yet, because I don't have enough data of my own. All I know is that they have the connections with the suppliers. They basically pass those connections on to you. You're able to see a list of items that you can buy from those suppliers, and they handle all the inventory coming in from the supplier. They ship it into your Amazon store. It's almost like drop shipping because you're so hands off. All you have to do is pick the products. That's what I'm doing. The biggest thing is though, it's $400 a month to get started. I like I said, I don't recommend, anything yet because I don't know how it's going to work. And then you have to give them either $400 a month or a percent of your profits based on how much profit you have. There's different tier systems. So it's still not perfect and it's still not the best option out there when it comes to wholesale. But what it's doing for me is it's allowing me to actually get moving, which is the most important part. Because a lot of people have, that analysis by paralysis or paralysis, whatever it is. Paralysis by analysis, analysis by paralysis, whatever. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's basically where you just freeze. You're not doing anything because you're just sitting there analyzing everything all the time. And you don't know like where to actually get started. For me, this is what I needed. Like, I don't care that I'm not making as much as I possibly could because I was being lazy AF. Like I wasn't calling the suppliers. I wasn't whatever. I had hired or I had worked with somebody whose team was doing it for me. I didn't feel like they were doing a good job, but I didn't do anything about it. Like I just kind of let it like go. Like I just kept drop shipping, but now I'm cutting out drop shipping out of my life. Like it's toxic. So now the only option is to make this work and to be successful with this. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using Ecom Solutions. basically I sit there and I compare the item that's in the database they have to the item on Amazon. I go through Jungle Scout, check the ranking, make sure there's some profitability once I put it in the FBA revenue calculator. And so yeah, if there's a good sales rank and it's making its profit, boom, ordered. Let's go. 10 to 15 items at a time. Not even that much for some of them. Like for some of the higher priced items, I ordered like 5 units. But that's what I'm doing. And that's what you guys should be doing too, is just testing out new stuff. Don't go all in financially. Please, for the love of God. Only risk what you can afford to have locked up or lose in, these situations. Because I'm telling you from experience, it's painful. It is so painful to not know when you're getting your money back from a platform. So that's what I'm doing. Hope you guys are all staying safe when it comes to drop shipping. And if you're thinking about getting started in 2021, just please, please, please view it as a supplemental income type of thing, a way to get something going, a hustle. Maybe you need some money to get started on something else. Have a goal of making, like I said, the $500 to $1,000 a month. Have a goal of that, and then use that money for something else. Use the knowledge that you learned through drop shipping for something else. I can tell you that the experience of having a business that's sold over $10 million in products. I had 12 employees at peak. I've worked with all these different software providers. I know what software is like capable of doing now and what it's not capable of doing in terms of e-commerce. I've learned so much that I can't say that like I regret the drop shipping. More so I regret not doing other things while my business was running. But I learned so much that's like the takeaway from everything. And yeah, I'm gonna use that positivity of the experience of this to hopefully be successful in my next venture. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, just please leave those in the chat. And if you want to hit the thumbs up button before you go, I would appreciate it. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching and hope everyone has a great rest of their Wednesday.